Merl here at Prairie Wings. I actually am building an engine and we have a whole bunch of engine parts laying around. And I just had a bit of curiosity that I would actually like to share and ask you a question on. To balance or not to balance? That's the question. Okay, lots of people doing low budget builds. Well, they will take a 6 liter and they'll take LQ4 rods or LQ9 rods or other combinations, and they throw engines together and they don't balance them. So the question that I have is an engine truly balanced anyways? Because if you think of all the compression pressure that pushes on the top of the piston to slam it down, well, that's a pressure wave that is causing an imbalance in the crankshaft. It's not even all the way around. And is it truly balanced if we're talking about that? Then the other side of the coin is when this is coming down, it is sucking like crazy, so it's pulling up on the crankshaft. Not a pressure wave down, it is actually resisting the crank to turn. That's what's pulling our air in. So that's causing another imbalance. Me personally, I think it's worth it to balance an engine, but I was gonna just show you something that's quite interesting. An engine is truly only balanced when it's not running like on a balancing machine. The crankshaft, the pistons, everything, that will be truly balanced. As soon as you start firing it up, it's going to have an imbalance. But I have first an early set of LQ4 pistons. I have a late set of LQ4 pistons. So that means the press fit rods and the non-press fit rods, same compression, everything. And then I have a set of LS2 pistons. I thought I'd just throw them on the scale and share with you what I found. I'm starting with a scale that I stole from the paint area. It's zeroed, it's on ounces. This is the later LQ4, so Gen 3 6-liter. And I compared it to the other ones. They're all the same. So we have 47.8 ounces. So this is the full floating pin. And I'm assuming, I've already checked this, but I'm assuming it's heavier because they are a heavier rod. I'll just show you the difference between them. So this is the same. Oh, that's actually a 5.7. This is the rod out of the non-floating. This is the full floating. So if I throw on the early LQ4 with the pressed pin, it is definitely a little bit lighter. And then I have an LS2, so 5.7 liter piston. And all of this stuff is dirty. It needs to be cleaned up, but we have some weight differences in these. But if you were to take a look at this, 45.2, 46, 47.8. They all use the same crankshaft in these engines. Do you think that I'd want to be taking a crankshaft out of the lightest one and throwing it into engine with the heavier rods? I don't know. If I pull an engine apart and I can keep the rods, crank, pistons all together, I'm not swapping between engines, I'm probably not going to balance that engine. Actually, I know I'm not going to balance that engine unless I'm going crazy RPM wise or whatever. But our local machine shop here, they do a great job of balancing engines, and my OCD says that I want to balance the engine if I've done any mods to it. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me know what you think. Would you pull different engines apart? And do you have a scale to actually weigh what the difference is? What kind of boost have you ran through it? What kind of problems have you had? I really like having this conversation going. And if you don't mind, I'd love it if you just drop those comments in and we can keep this conversation going. It's a good community to be able to share stuff on. And if you want to keep up on that conversation, just ring the bell. That way you'll know when the next video comes out. Thanks for watching.